Hello, podcast. Okay, I'm literally so mad, but you know what? We're rolling with it. I recorded this video and apparently I didn't have enough storage on my computer and it deleted it automatically, but I have the audio and I'm going to put the audio, but that's why you're just going to see a picture of me. You're going to be like, wait, it's not working. It's not loading. No, it's working. I love y'all. So this one's just going to be audio only. So put your headphones in and listen to this. I love y'all so much. And I hope you love this episode and I hope it helps you and gives you some tips because guess what? You're not alone. We're all human at the end of the day. We're so much more alike than we are different. And just wanted to let you know that I'm here for you, no matter what. Love y'all and enjoy this episode. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade. You may be like, girl, where are you? Why are you on the floor? Why is the lighting a little crazy? It's Thanksgiving week in the States, in the USA. So everyone's kind of traveling. I'm at family's, at my aunt's house, traveling, so we're making it work. But guess what? I brought my equipment, I brought my microphone, I brought my headphones, I brought my little keyboard because I'm going to be writing, and of course I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. Happy almost end of November. This is wild. No, oh my gosh, you guys, this is the last episode of November. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Y'all, that is wild. I'm going to brainstorm what else I want to talk about for the rest of the year since we only have a couple weeks left. I saw a post on, I think it was X or Threads, one of the Twitter type thingies, that was saying, it was like last week and it was like there's 40 days left. And I was like, wait, what? Isn't that just crazy how fast time goes? Anyways, I'm here in the middle of the woods. It's really cold, so I have my beanie on. And this is kind of the theme. I've been getting a lot of questions about this, but this is kind of the theme of the episode. Okay, the merch is almost done. The merch will be up by the end of the week. I promise you. I'm finishing like the final technological aspect of things, just making sure that everything is good to go, because I don't want you buying something and then it being like it will not ship to you or something crazy, you know. But this beanie is so cute, and I'm shooting the album cover here too. If you've been watching my vlogs, you know all about that. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving. If you're like, I'm not American, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, hope you have a beautiful week. Happy last week of November. Anyways, yeah, I'm wearing my like a full zip up. I have like flannel leggings on. I have a coat. I have 2 pairs of socks on. We are staying cozy and warm. Anyways, I'm wearing my Mr. Hollywood merch because that's kind of the theme of today's episode. But I wanted to let you guys be the first to know that the merch will be up sooner rather than later. Anyways, oh my God, I'm out of breath. I'm just talking so fast. Hello, I'm happy you're here. I was about to make a meme joke and be like, I love holding space for this podcast. I spend too much time online. Have you guys seen, I need a whole episode of like, you don't have to, everything is so fast, like slow and steady wins the race in many ways, in so many different ways. But like, why is everything, even meme culture, is like so fast? I'm like, I love the comments that are like, I'm employed. What does this mean? I have a job. What does this mean? Because people are like, it moves so fast. They're like, I don't have time to be on my phone all day, every hour, every minute, you know? Anyways, I haven't seen Wicked yet, but yeah, welcome back in honor of Mr. Hollywood coming out like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. No, not 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, right? Y'all, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say, okay, in honor of it coming out, there's been a lot of people asking, how do I deal with this? How do I deal with this? A lot of people I know, myself included, just going through. A lot is coming to the surface. A lot is coming to the surface in real life, whether that be friendship breakups, romantic breakups, you are leaving your job, you're moving to a new city. And I just kind of wanted to talk about a little topic and give you some encouragement, especially I know sometimes going home for the holidays can bring up old feelings and you have a lot of nostalgia sometimes for the past, and it can just, you know, make those emotions difficult. So I want you to know that you're not alone in being betrayed by somebody or being hurt by somebody when you thought the best of them, and it's okay. And we're just going to kind of talk about that because it goes with the theme of Mr. Hollywood. So we're going to start with the quotes, and then I want to read you guys some of the lyrics. I want to like do some little poetry, read you some of the lyrics of Mr. Hollywood, and then kind of talk about, I don't know, things that I've done, because obviously I've been hurt by former friends, by guys, clearly. If you've listened to Mr. Hollywood, it's a very sad song. I was really sad, but you know, I learned a lot. And so I'm just kind of sharing this because if it helps one person, then it's worth it. I can't believe it. Time is going by so fast. I was thinking about that because I was like, you guys, if you've been in the Lily Kincade world for a hot minute, you'll know that I've been working on my debut album. and working on all the songs for the upcoming for the album. And I have another song, and I'm, it's worth it to make sure the song sounds really good. So I'm like, do I wait and do I release it in January, you guys? So I don't rush it through Christmas? Or do I release it closer to Christmas? Because I was going to release it the second week of December, but I don't know if that's too soon. We'll see, because I want to give this song its moment. It's really good. That's a whole nother topic for another day. I'm rambling, you guys. Keep me focused. Okay, I have 3 quotes, because truly, sometimes just reading something, and sometimes if I'm going through a situation, I will screenshot a quote or screenshot something, or I'll write it down and screenshot it and put it as the home screen on my phone. So that way, every time I touch my phone or checking the time or I'm scrolling, I see that as a reminder. And I just found so many really good ones. There's three. I found 3 ones that kind of talk about this, because the lyrics of Mr. Okay, before we actually get into the quote, this is like a ramble jumble. We're going to talk about the lyrics of Mr. Hollywood. So my song Mr. Hollywood is about somebody that I was like, oh my God, it turned out this person was not who I thought they were. They were acting, hence the Hollywood theme and crafted in the song. The lyrics of the chorus go like, everybody warned me, but I sat in the front row. Mr. Hollywood, oh, what a show. You're one hell of an actor. Made me think that I mattered to you, all up in my head. Lines that you said should have known you were too good to be true. Acting like nothing happened. Oh, it kills me when you're in the room. Wasn't pretending, I was deep in it. I really loved you. So clearly I was like, wow, you were literally just lying to me, and I feel so blindsided and hurt. Yes, because you lied to me, but more so because now my perception in this trust, there's this lack of trust now in myself. Because how could I have not seen that? How could have I believed that? And I think that's one of the harder things about betrayals, whether it be friendship breakups or something where there's not necessarily like a big issue. It's just like slowly over time, this uncovering of who this person truly is comes to light. And it can be something that's crazy, because oftentimes you don't even blame them. You blame yourself more, because you're like, I should have seen this coming. And now I have to pay the consequences for this. Or now I'm really hurt by this. And now it's, and it's normal. Okay. You're not the only person who goes through this. We all are going to go through these things, and it's important to really feel it, to heal it, because you do not want to, one of the worst things you can do is break confidence and trust in yourself, because it's easy when you lack trust in other people. You can heal those things. You can find another friend. You can find another boyfriend, girlfriend. But when you start to lose that ability to trust yourself, it's very detrimental. That's why I say, if you make a promise to yourself, keep it. Okay? Because it will rewire your brain to not believe when you make promises to yourself. Anyways, okay. Back to the quotes. Now, we did that kind of out of order, but back to the quotes now. I have 3 that are really good. Okay, the first one is by Anonymous. There was no name. And it is, betrayal teaches us the importance of resilience, forgiveness, and the power of moving forward with grace and strength. I love that. My word for 2024 was actually resilient. It popped into my head, and I don't have a word for 2025 yet, but resilient, meaning no matter what, you just keep shining. No matter what, you're like, okay, like a diamond. You can scratch me. Is that going to change the quality of the diamond? No. It might change its shape, but guess what? It's still a diamond. Period. I'm going to read that one more time. Betrayal teaches us the importance of resilience, forgiveness, and the power of moving forward with grace and strength. Okay, the next quote is also by Anonymous. I don't know why. On Pinterest, sometimes these don't have people. Okay, this one is, forgive yourself for the blindness that let others betray you. Sometimes a good heart doesn't see the bad. Forgive yourself for the blindness that let others betray you. Sometimes a good heart doesn't see the bad. Okay, last one. And this one is by Steve Maraboli. Dr. Steve Maraboli. I'm not crying because of you. You're not worth it. I'm crying because my delusion of who you were was shattered by the truth of who you are. I'm going to read that to you real good one more time slowly. I'm not crying because of you. You're not worth it. I'm crying because my delusion of who you were was shattered by the truth of who you are. Sometimes we create this version of somebody in our heads, and when we find out the truth of who they are, it can be very hard to see. I mean, we see this too, like when we grow up and we realize, oh, our parents are just people too, and they're learning. They're not going to be perfect. They're not going to know all the answers. Sometimes they're going to hurt us, and sometimes we're going to hurt them. But we're all people. We're all children, and we're all learning. I really like that one because I know it can, in the moment, I know it can feel very shocking. If you find out the truth about somebody, like, oh my God, my boyfriend was lying the whole time, he was cheating on me. And then you suddenly are like, I don't even know who to trust anymore. Like, did my friends know? Did his friends know? Was everybody lying to me? And you start to almost go a little bit delusional and a little bit crazy. And I want you to know your feelings are valid. And not in a like, yes, do all this. Yes, positivity, feel your feelings. No, in an actual way. Like, that is a valid response to not knowing what's happening, because we have like our core instincts. And one of them is like survival and communal survival. And so when you have a betrayal like that, it can be very difficult because you suddenly don't know who to trust anymore. And so I'm here today to just give you some things that I've done and things that I find really help me to just help me gain that trust back in myself and to not go insane, and to not be resentful. Because I used to, when I was younger, maybe I was more resentful, or I was more of like bitter, but ultimately you want to heal from that. Like, trust me, you want to be able to process and heal it so you can let it go, so you can go live your life, so you can find a new partner, so you can find a new friend, so you can feel good about yourself again. But in these types of situations, some tips I have for you would be to start off with, write down the truth. Write down the truth of what you know. Write down what you know, your truth. Not like in a speak your truth, girl, but like, no, I want you to write it down too. Something that really helps me whenever things seem so like crazy is I need something to look at that's like factual. That's a piece of paper. Like, I'll literally write it down on a piece of paper and be like, he said this happened at this time. Or like, say you caught your boyfriend cheating. We'll just stick with that example because it's very relatable. I feel like we've all been in that situation. Get a piece of paper. Write down the facts. Okay, we started dating this month, this year. He said that he broke up with his ex-girlfriend this time this year. Like, write it down on a piece of paper. I want you to create like all the facts, write them down. You can screenshot text messages. Like, you may think you're like a little FBI agent just putting everything together, but write everything down, put it on a document. You can write it down. You can do it on Word, Pixar, whatever you want. But I want you to like get the facts or get whatever down. So like, if there was text messages, if there was phone calls, get them down on paper. It's going to help you from going crazy. And you may have people gaslight you or say things, and you're going to be like, wait, is that true? Is that true? Am I the crazy one? No, I want you to have a piece of paper and pretend like you're not you. In a sense of like, you're like, Lily, this is not helping me. You're just talking crazy. No, I want you to like pretend you're like a lawyer, or pretend you're somebody who's like, okay, these are the facts. Try to look at the situation. This is a better way for me to I could have just said this. Try to look at the emotional situation as non-emotional as possible. And I know that's very difficult to do because obviously you're hurt from it. So that's why I love putting everything on paper, and I almost look at it as if it was happening to somebody else, because sometimes you need a bird's eye view to look at a situation to really assess it. Once you have everything down, I would say if there's somebody you can trust who is neutral about the situation, who doesn't know anybody involved, say like a friend betrayed you, talk to somebody who doesn't know the friend, or who maybe has met the friend but is not close with the friend. And if you're still in a confused state, you can like show them, like I said, show them paper, be like, can you help me understand what's going on? This can be somebody older than you, can be somebody younger than you, can be a teacher, but the most important thing is you want somebody who's neutral, because you want to get an outside opinion of somebody that you trust, because it's going to help you. Because right now, essentially, like, you need to realign the truth and trust in yourself. So people around you, and if for some reason you're like, I don't have anyone around me I can trust, I can talk to, there is ChatGPT. I know that sounds crazy, and I don't want to be somebody that's like, oh, use ChatGPT, because, at the end of the day, I do believe that we need human connection. We need emotional connection. Like, I could be an AI person just talking to you, giving you a podcast, but at the end of the day, it's like, no, there is something different about being a real person and getting to live this human experience together. But I've used ChatGPT. Y'all, I keep seeing TikToks about people using ChatGPT, being like, instead of screaming at my ex-boyfriend or screaming at my friend for doing something hurtful to me, I just tell ChatGPT, and she does be pretty good. So like, my next thing would be, if you don't have somebody you can talk to that you trust about a betrayal, a close friend, somebody who's not, who maybe is aware of this person but doesn't quite know them, ChatGPT. You can find people online, like me. Sometimes I will, like, if there's YouTubers or people I listen to for advice, I'll literally like, okay, let me watch a video of theirs, and I'll like look up something, and I'll like watch a video and get really good advice. There's also, a therapist is a good option too. Somebody who's neutral though. Like, it has to be somebody who is neutral. Because sometimes you don't want to have the same therapist. Somebody who's neutral. Also, and if you have any parents, any mentors, I would just say somebody that you trust to help you understand the situation. The important thing is, you don't want to keep you don't want to keep yourself in the situation by explaining it over and over again. This is something I'm trying to do, where it's like, say something happens to you, somebody hurts your somebody breaks up with you. Do you ever feel like sometimes you get stuck in it longer than you need to be because you have to explain the story to everybody? Like over and over again, oh yeah, this happened, he cheated on me, blah, blah, blah. This happened, he cheated on me, like to every friend. Sometimes I think that's actually bad. And so what I've done, it's still hard because sometimes I still want to do it to people just to, make myself feel less crazy. Not really crazy, but I would limit it to 3 people. So if you're trying to seek outside advice, being like, what's going on? 3 people you trust 3 times or less, because it's not worth it for you to keep bringing up the situation, because it's just going to keep you stuck in that situation. So write all the facts down. Find somebody you trust who is a neutral, outside perspective, who can kind of help you see the situation. Once you kind of have assembled the actual truth of the situation, because, in these situations, our emotions are high. So sometimes it's difficult for us to see the actual truth. If somebody who once is gaslighting us, if an ex-boyfriend is gaslighting us and he's saying, oh my God, you're the crazy one, you might start to believe that. And so it's crucial to write down the truth, get outside perspective of the truth. And then after you have that, the thing I would say to do, and what I've done, is like sit with the truth and feel it. Because sometimes our brain will like not allow us to have cognitive dissonance, or will like put cognitive dissonance in our brain where we can't comprehend how we could spend that much time with somebody who was hurting us. So we make up stories in our head. And I want you to, instead of doing that, to sit with the truth and feel it. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to, write an angry letter, write an angry letter. Don't send it, but get your emotions out, whether that be, something physical. Maybe you want to go for a run. Maybe you want to take a dance class. You want to work out. You want to journal. Whatever it is, get it out and let yourself heal it. Let yourself feel and heal it. And also I would recommend, in these situations, a lot of the times, silence is the best answer you can do. I know it can be difficult because you want to defend yourself, but I've learned this recently. I've learned this just in general, but I've learned this. It's like you're either fighting for peace or you're fighting for victory. So if you want to get back together with this boyfriend for some reason, if you want to get back together with this boyfriend, then you would be fighting for peace. But before you start fighting, does he want to get back together, and is he fighting for peace? Because if he's not and he's fighting for victory, it doesn't matter if you're fighting for peace, because you have to be fighting for the same thing. If 2 people want to fight for victory, go for it. I wouldn't recommend that. In that situation, I would choose silence, because at a certain point, why are you wasting your energy arguing? Give people enough rope and they'll hang themselves. Their crazy will show. Everyone around them will start to realize that they're crazy too. But if you are fighting for peace and you've had time to cool off, maybe you've assessed the situation, maybe that person has come back into your life and apologized and wants to reconcile, wants peace as well, then you can have a conversation and you can explain things. But that's crucial to remember too. Like, are you fighting for peace or are you fighting for victory? Because sometimes it feels like everyone's just caught up in drama for no reason. Why are we wasting our energy, you guys? Why are we wasting our energy? And I want to tell you this because similar to that, I think it was the second quote I told you about, sometimes a good heart is only seeing the good in people. It's a gift. And every time I get hurt by somebody, or every time I'm like, oh, I really thought this was going to be different, I remind myself that it's a gift to love. I think I have other podcast episodes about this. You can go binge watch, but it's a gift to love. And that's something I remind myself every day. It's like, it is amazing to see the best in somebody. It is a gift to look at somebody and I see all the good in you. I see all of the kindness. I see all the love. I see all of the amazing things. I see the potential, but like almost like not even potential. It's like, I see the good in you that you have right now. And I've realized as I've gotten older that that's not, for me, that's something that I've always had. I love my positivity girls. I'm a positivity girl, but no, it's not even that. It's like I trained my brain when I was younger to make the best out of everything, because everything in life is neutral. It's however you see it. Like perspective, it's cheesy, but it's true. Perspective is everything. And I realized that, actually every time I get hurt, yeah, it's sad, but how beautiful is it that you got to love? How beautiful is it that, yeah, maybe your ex-boyfriend or ex-friend lied to you, but how beautiful is it that you actually trusted that person and you actually let somebody into your heart and you got to love them? At the end of the day, I always remind myself, like, yes, it's sad for me now because, you have to cry. It's sad for you now. You're the one who got hurt. You have to cry. You have to process. You have to heal. But how sad is it for them? And how sad is it going to be for them when years go by, now they're old and they've not allowed anybody in and they pushed everybody away and now they're alone? Like, it is a gift to love, and it's a gift that no one can take away from you. That's the thing. No one can take away your love, and love is infinite. Don't let anybody gaslight you or trick you into thinking that you no one's gonna love you, nothing. No, that's false. That's false. And I'm here to tell you that. Your love is an infinite source, and it's a gift you give away. It shouldn't be I'll love you if you do this, I'll love you if you do that. No. And so don't ever feel bad or be like, I wasted all that time. No, you learned, and you grew, and you experienced things. And you know what? Maybe you're the only person in that person's life who was ever going to show love towards them. And it might take them a little while, but maybe one day they're going to be like, wow, I'm so thankful for so-and-so, because without them, I would have never known what it felt like to have somebody actually love me. And I didn't realize it at the time, but they'll always come back and apologize. You hear all the stories about people, like, I've seen so many TikToks or stories of people's moms being like, oh my gosh, like people like showing their moms and being like, my mom's ex-boyfriends from college in her 20s, and like all those, like they write her letters or they come back being like, I'm so sorry, once they mature. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, that's just like my little rant for you today, okay? Mr. Hollywood, oh, what a show. But guess what? You'll get through this. This was like kind of a jumble. I know we only have like 4 weeks left of the year, 4 episodes left. So I'm going to brainstorm because we're going to make them really good. The merch is going to be up this week. I'm just like telling y'all that because I love y'all, but I will make sure to update you. Maybe I'll even give a discount code on one of the podcast episodes. I'm making the Mr. Hollywood merch, but then I'm working on all of the other merch too. So it's a slow and steady wins the race kind of process. Anyways, I love you all so much, and I will see you next week. Make sure to stream Mr. Hollywood, stream all the music below. You can follow me everywhere. You can read my book, Live Off Lily Kincade, Season 1. Everything's up there. Let's end it with the affirmation. Ready? Today is a wonderful day. I am confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. I love you all so much, and hope you have a beautiful day. Make sure to leave this 5 stars too, and comment if there's anything you're going through, or I want to be here with you. We're going through life together, so we're here. Love y'all.